Hi guys, so do you want to get a well-paid job? Are you afraid of job interviews and your hands are always shaking and sweaty? Do you fail them all the time and your self-esteem is going down? So my name is Mark and I've been an English teacher for more than 15 years since the dinosaurs were alive. Also, I enjoyed attending the interviews and go on them even if I don't really need a job. You know, I attended hundreds and hundreds of job interviews, and today I'm going to tell you some tips to 10 common job interview questions. Okay guys, so the first simple and the most common question on a job interview is: can you tell me a few words about yourself? My name is Mark, I am an English teacher, I am 30 years old, I would like to have this job very much. Did you like this answer? I hope no. So, the first tip for you guys, not to shit in your pants. You have two impressions. So the first impression of how you look like, and the second one when you open your mouth. The first answer is extremely important because you have to prove that you are the right fit for this job. Tell your employer about your 2 or 3 prior experiences or achievements and relate them to your future job. For example, my name is Mark, I've been an English teacher for more than 15 years, I have a PhD in linguistics, and I also have a TESOL diploma. I've been teaching children for many years, and children like me and like my children. So teaching is my cup of tea. The second question on a job interview is: what do you know about the company? It's really important to understand the mission of the company and to show that you really care about it. So read about a couple of keywords and phrases from the company's website and use them in your answer. So if the mission of the company is to serve your boss with coffee every morning, so you can say that I really believe in this approach of serving my boss with the coffee every morning because it can create a friendly atmosphere in the company. The third common question is: why do you want this job? Of course, the first thing that springs to mind when we hear such a question is a high salary, and what we need is money. But of course, you know, I would not recommend you to use a high salary or money in your answer. If it's an IT company, you can say that you are fond of interaction with people and you really like to help others to solve different problems. You can also say that you've been passionate about education for years and you guys are really doing a great job. To answer this question, don't talk about your people skills, be more specific and name some strengths that would be really relevant and important for your future position. If you apply for a position of a sales manager, you can say that I'm good at relationship building and persuasive communication. You can tell a situation from the previous company how it was extremely difficult to sell a product to your customer, and you worked on him and persuaded him to buy that product. So the fifth question, as you already know, is: what are your weaknesses? An interviewer is relying on your self-awareness and honesty in this question. It's not good when you say that you are perfect and you have no weaknesses, and it's also not really good when you say that you are bad at meeting deadlines. That's why it's really important when you strike a balance and reach a happy medium. You can say that you have some weak points in public speaking and you are afraid of taking the floor, but you are struggling with it and you signed up for some courses to overcome your fear. The sixth question that is really common is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Before to answer this question, you have to work on setting realistic goals, and your employer or interviewer has to understand that you are a really ambitious person. So if you hold the position of a junior manager, it's really realistic that in 5 years you will hold the position of a professional senior manager. The seventh question is, why are you leaving your current job? To answer this question, you need to say that you are ready to take on new responsibilities and opportunities, and that this role at the new position suits you more than the position in your previous job. The answer that I quit my job or I was let go is okay. The eighth common question is, what type of work environment do you prefer? The work environment that you are going to describe has to be similar to that work environment in that company you are applying to, so be specific. A very important question is, how do you deal with pressure and stressful or conflict situations? By answering this question, you can say and provide an example from your previous job when you were given a lot of tasks, and fortunately you cope with all the tasks by dividing them into small parts and setting the priorities. So the final question is that, what are your salary requirements? Before answering this question, you have to visit different sites and find the information about your position you are applying to with the highest salary. Also, you have to let your interviewer know that your skills are really valuable, you are ready to negotiate, and you are really flexible in it. Before we wrap up, I would like to leave you with a question. Which of these job interview questions were the most difficult for you to answer? So leave your comments below, please subscribe to my channel, give a like to this video, click the bell button not to miss my classes, and don't be afraid of job interviews.